Welcome back to Star Wars Talk.
That's right. Star Wars talk with a little Mega Man X in the background. So, my take on the new Star Wars is I feel like everybody is just so force sensitive and so, like, ready to use it right off the bat. Remember how long it felt like Luke had to train?
Right.
And
Well, see, that's people's biggest complaint about Rey is that she's a Mary Sue.
I don't know what that means.
That means she's too good at too many things, and is the writers sort of putting themselves into the character as the perfect, like, infallible character.
Okay.
Like, because you think about it, she shows up, she can talk to droids, right?
Yep.
She can fight, right?
Well, her talking to droids makes sense because of her being on that planet.
Well, yeah.
And what she does.
I'm not saying that's my problem. I'm saying that's what other people are complaining about.
I get you.
She gets captured, she immediately escapes because she can just use the Force to trick Daniel Craig into letting her go.
Right.
And, yeah, people are complaining about that. It's a fantasy movie. It did not bother me.
Right.
Star Wars, I've always looked at as more of a
We got dialogue,
fantasy,
bud.
less of a sci-fi. Oh, Sigma.
Chill, Sigma.
Welcome. I see you managed to get here by yourself. Very impressive. I could destroy you, but I would not rob my pet of that pleasure.
Scuffles.
Yep.
He knows how to deal with betrayers.
That's not a good...
Should you live, I will be waiting for you. Don't disappoint me, Peter.
See if I can pull off the nougat.
Just looks like trouble.
Oh, yeah!
He jumped face first into the back of it.
He's dumb.
What a dummy.
Right? So,
Excellent job, Peter. I see why Zero counted on you. You are almost as good a hunter as I was. But the time of your destruction has arrived. You shall regret ever having defied me.
see why I call him the Jedi Sigma?
Yeah, I get it. But yeah, I've always looked at Star Wars as less of a sci-fi and more of like a fantasy. Like,
Damn.
like Lord of the Rings in space.
Oh my fucking god.
Are you gonna do this, or are you gonna?
I don't know.
Are you gonna piddle in your diaper, guy?
Piddle in my diaper.
Yeah. Are you gonna piddle in your brown eye, or are you gonna take care of biz?
Both.
All right.
I had to piddle before I bizzed.
That's what I was hoping for. But yeah, I like the new Star Wars. I even liked Solo to a point.
I haven't seen that yet.
No, it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with it though. It's a good sci-fi movie.
Okay.
And like I said earlier, Star Wars to me is more of a fantasy, less of a sci-fi.
Sure.
Solo is more of a sci-fi.
Okay. Well, it makes sense with Han Solo being, the main character.
Here's my take on that though. Most people, that movie bombed hard.
I heard.
It was originally being directed by, I don't know their names, Lord and Miller. The two guys that did the Lego movie. And I think they did 21 Jump Street.
Okay.
Which, if you haven't seen it, fuck, that
Yeah,
movie's
that
so
movie's
funny.
pretty good.
I think they went into it because the biggest problem was Lawrence Kasdan wrote the script, right?
Okay.
He wrote Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
He was appalled at the fact that they took his script and made it into like an improv comedy, ridiculous movie.
Sure.
I think what happened was they went into it seeing, because Disney bought Lucasfilm, right?
Yep.
Disney bought Marvel. They probably looked at what Disney was doing with Marvel and letting their directors sort of do whatever they wanted. Like, Thor Ragnarok. That movie was fucking absurd, right?
It was awesome, though.
I loved it. It was fun. It was a fun movie. Probably my favorite Marvel movie. Same with, the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Those movies are fucking crazy.
Yeah, they
The
are.
second one was basically a cartoon. Like, it operated on cartoon logic.
Yeah.
So I think that they went into it thinking, oh, we can have fun making this movie. Because of the way like Disney's handling Marvel, we can do the same thing with Star Wars and make a fun Star Wars movie.
Sure.
And then Lucasfilm was like, holy shit, no! Because they hold Star Wars in such fucking reverence that if you do not match that tone they want, that's a problem.
Yeah,
But
I can imagine.
I could see that working with a legacy film, like, you know, Force Awakens, Last Jedi. They wanted that Star Wars tone. They got that Star Wars. They took a dark tone with Rogue One, but I mean, it was still like a serious tone. They didn't want that with Solo because it's a Star Wars movie. And they hold it in such high reverence that I believe it was to the film's detriment. Because they had Ron Howard come in and finish it. And, I mean, nothing against Ron Howard. But I want to see the movie that Lord Miller wanted to make. I want to... Because, I mean...
It's
Lego Movie was fun. I don't care what anyone says. That was a fun movie.
No, it's not possible. I'm a Reploid. I can't be destroyed by you.
Obviously, you can.
Why, Peter? Why have you done this to us? Without the humans, my Reploid brothers could have ushered in a new age.
I almost said you should.
You should.
You should have let me live. What if he was Larry the Cable Guy? You should have let me live.
Well, the thing about the X series is he
Right.
just keeps coming back,
Okay.
and coming back, and coming back.
So he's the
with
new Dr.
all new
Wily.
bodies, all new bodies. So who's to say that the voice in that new body is the same?
The war has ended for now, and peace has been restored. But those who sacrificed themselves for the victory will never return.
Lie.
Exhausted, Peter gazes at the destruction he helped cause, and wonders why he chose to fight. Was there another way? Standing on the cliff, the answers seem to escape him. He only knows that he'll fight the Mavericks again before he finds his answer. How long will he keep on fighting? How long will his pain last? Maybe only the Peter Buster on his hand knows for sure.
I was really hoping you were gonna go with Peter Buster.
Ellipses. Hey, Peter. Got a buster for you.
So I liked Solo. I mean, I liked it for what it was, but I went into it with low expectations.
Sure. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I'll probably just pick it up when it comes out.
You're right. Yeah, I still plan on buying it day one. I mean, it's a Star Wars movie. I can't not have it.
Right?
And I'm a sucker for audio commentary. B-Blader.
See, what I'm looking forward to is, to those of you who don't know, I recently had a child.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that.
That's all right. We'll get there at some point. He's almost 9 months old now. I can't wait until he is old enough to comprehend this ongoing story in the Star Wars universe. And at some point, we'll sit down and watch it from the actual beginning to where it is at the time we're watching it. I don't want to say actual end, because at this point, God only knows if it will ever end.
It will not.
It will not, but they did say, I read a thing where they're saying
Pecker.
that number 9 is going to be the end of the Skywalker saga.
Supposedly.
And you know what? I'm okay with that too. Because what I was initially going to get at when I first brought up this Star Wars, how do you feel about it? How do I feel about it? is I don't care. And it's not that I don't care about Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I think they're a fantastic, story in film and all of that. But, like, what do you want? Like, people hate Rey so much because she's not the child of Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I mean, Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Mandriller. Like, come on.
I get where you're coming at. Like, at the same time, like, I like these movies, but also, it's because I'm not... Alright. I was obsessed with Star Wars when I was a kid. I watched the movies hundreds of times. I read all of the novels. All of them. I read Truce at Baccarat. I read the Thrawn trilogy. I read The Courtship of Princess Leia. I read all of them.
And you, as
And
Mega
you,
Man Peter.
as Peter.
Oh, just Peter, not Mega Man Peter?
Mega Peter.
Why on earth do they have that TV on there during the credits? It'd be one thing if the programmers and the names and all that stuff actually stopped in the TV computer looking thing, so it was framed. But God, they don't even do that. I wonder what that's there for.
Get it together, game designers. What are you thinking?
Right?
I was obsessed with Star Wars to probably an unhealthy extent. However, now I am over 30, and I am just not willing to get invested enough in anything to hate it.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand it has flaws, but I just don't care. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
It's really not. I mean, the story's going to continue, right? It's got to go somewhere. And no character in the Star Wars legacy, I don't want to say lives forever, because I'm sure somebody probably does. But no character doesn't get old.
Well, it's just like, how many stories can you tell with the same people? How locked in to a framework do you want to be as a storyteller? You know? Like, George Lucas isn't making these anymore.
Oh, what's up? The TV. Oh my God, the TV was
You
for
have won
something.
a temporary victory, Peter. What you destroyed was only a temporary body. My spirit remains intact.
Isn't it weird for a machine to be talking about his spirit?
In time, I will find other bodies strong enough to do my bidding, and I will return. I shall see you soon, Peter. Very soon. Ellipses.
But yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with, did you see the trailer for the new Thundercats?
I did not.
They are making a new Thundercats.
Okay.
I like Thundercats. I grew up watching Thundercats. It's
Yeah.
cool. In 2011, they did a reboot of it, and that was super dope. Have you seen that?
I think you hooked me up with it. I watch it. It watches like you're playing an RPG.
Yeah,
right?
it progresses like an RPG.
Yeah.
I was fucking impressed. And they canceled that because they didn't sell enough toys, which is fucking dumb.
That is dumb.
But the new one is coming out, and the style is really cutesy soft.
Okay. Kind of like how they're doing the new Mega Man cartoon.
I didn't see that.
I'll watch it
Have
because
you
I do
ever
like Mega
seen
Man,
Steven Universe?
but no.
It's very reminiscent of that. I don't know. I'll show it to you.
Okay.
But people just flip their shit. And it's like, you're an adult, man. Like, don't you have other things going on to not get mad about a cartoon? Like, just don't watch it, man.
Yeah, right? I know. Well,
If it's that big of a deal, go get the DVDs of the old one.
I'm not going to tell you to not go on the internet, because if you don't go on the internet, obviously you're not going to be watching this show, and we want you to watch this show. That's what we make it for you to watch it. But if you don't like something, just don't watch it.
Right?
Do you eat food you don't like? No. Do you sit in a room where I'm sitting in, where I'm farting all day and sniffing the air? Maybe, but probably not. Go somewhere they have fresh air. You know what I'm saying?
So that's how I feel about the Star Wars, and that's why I'm not so invested in the hate.
Yeah.
It's like, if you don't like it, just don't give them your money.
Well, I mean, I like these things on Facebook, right? And they always got to have a story about something. So-and-so hates Star Wars because of this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, I see that, and I get that snippet, and I kind of understand more of what they're talking about the more I see these different articles and how they're worded and stuff like that. And I don't read them because I don't care, because it's one guy's opinion. It's like Ultimate Guitar Magazine thinks Corey Taylor is like the end-all be-all when it comes to his opinion. I like Corey Taylor's music. I will say that first and foremost before I say this, but I don't fucking care what he thinks. I'm gonna like what I'm gonna like. He's gonna like what he's gonna like. Dash is gonna like what Dash is gonna like. You know what doesn't sound good to me?
Herpes.
Having that and having broccoli and chicken for every dinner that I have. But he wanted to do that for his diet that he has been just driving down your fucking throat to do. And there's something right there. You're gonna have to watch all the episodes that we did to get that. I'm just saying, people on the internet need to calm the fuck down.
That's a whole other discussion.
We don't even.
I
need to
mean,
get
that's not anything any of us can have any influence on.
Yeah, no, I know.
The point is, if you don't like Star Wars, man, just don't go watch it.
Right?
There's no need to. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Yep. Exactly.
I'm not even gonna touch Ghostbusters. See you next time.
Yeah. See you next time.